Hey everybody, welcome to Neil Talks. My name's Neil and it's time to talk person of interest. We've just seen the pilot so far, so I feel like I'm still wrapping my head around the show. I love the premise of the show. I love the setup, the style. It calls on a bit of Enemy of the State. Jim Caviezel's this disillusioned super soldier, basically giving off some sort of down on his luck Bruce Wayne vibes almost. Michael Emerson's always awesome. He's a mysterious billionaire with a limp, and together they are saving Americans one person at a time and leaving a lot of people shot in the leg in their wake. Let's see if that remains the formula. Let's see if we mix it up. Let's see if we add some lore. Let's see if we learn some backstory this episode. I'm excited to jump further into this series. We have a long way to go, so let's pace ourselves, but let's watch the first true episode. I don't know if that's the case. Let's watch the second episode, the first non-pilot, Ghosts.
But victim or perpetrator, if your number's up, we'll find you.
Well, it's a very on-the-nose intro, but sometimes you need that for season 1, especially on network TV.
Hold it.
Oh.
Almost missed it. I thought your wife liked roses. Do I know you? No, you don't seem like a bad guy, Bill. You and your wife are having some problems? It happens. Some women, they might just hire a couple of guys to come to your office, dismantle your surveillance cameras.
Alright. Bill survives.
I would call the police and a good divorce lawyer.
2 more men shot in the leg. We're gonna take out so many thighs on this show, aren't we?
I took care of it.
Good. You should get some rest.
Thought I'd do a little research.
I'll be interested to hear what you discover. We need to meet later. This one is somewhat unusual.
We haven't
And
even
Mr.
established usual yet.
We'll meet on my schedule, not yours.
Let me guess. Some guy in a suit.
The number we've received is for a girl named Teresa Whitaker, 15 years old. She was murdered, along with the rest of her family, 2 years ago.
Well, unless she's not.
Looking for a ghost?
Alright. 2002. Okay, so we're gonna jump around a little. 9 months after 9/11. Oh.
Look, I know our deal. I schmooze the board, I cash out the checks, I pick up the awards. You do most of the work. So this is
everyone.
Crazy. Alright, so we're learning about the birth of this machine. Is that just what we're gonna call it? The machine?
2 years ago, her father, Grant, takes the family for a weekend sail. He shot his wife and kids, then turned the gun on himself. Teresa's body was never recovered.
Oh, okay.
Presumed dead.
If the girl's number has come up, she must be alive.
I'll have to talk to my friend in the department.
Alright. We're going back to him.
Name's Teresa Whitaker, 2-year-old murder-suicide out in Bowery Bay. Get me the file. This was a professional hit.
So why didn't the shooter kill Teresa?
That part I can't explain, but why she hasn't shown up anywhere else.
Well, if the family was assassinated, maybe they're hiding her on purpose.
You and your husband, Eric, are listed as next of kin?
Ex-husband. I'm surprised my brother-in-law even kept up payments on life insurance. Does this mean that they're gonna stop searching for Teresa?
Police have concluded their investigation.
I loved her like she was my own daughter. Unfortunately, you can't pick your parents.
Yeah, I think she was hiding Teresa. Or something. I don't know.
Well, maybe he's a recovering diplomat.
They pulled the whole file.
Feds. This one's above your pay grade, Carter.
What the? What's your problem, fool?
Oh, just clone it.
I don't know the last time you seen this girl, Deacon. Was it some kind of sick joke?
She's dead. Or maybe not. Maybe you've seen her around, Chief.
Yeah. Yeah.
Teresa! Wait!
Oh, jeez. She got him good. Okay. Yeah, she's just been laying low because she realized her parents were assassinated. Presumably, we're going to learn about the story of his limp, because he wasn't limping in 2002 on the treadmill.
Hi, Harold.
Harold. Do we know if that's actually his name?
That database you're coding?
We're gonna need it a little faster.
Okay.
Okay, see what I can do, Dave.
Not exactly what I expected. Seems you worked here for 17 years. Only been promoted twice. So how many of these people know you own the entire company?
None of them. The best place to hide is in plain sight.
I lost her. But I did figure out how she's been providing for herself.
His hand was bandaged last episode. Did they flip the order of these episodes? I just assumed he was injured in the fight on the subway in the pilot.
I want to look at Grant Whitaker's finances much more carefully.
Good. Because this was a hit for hire.
The guy behind the bar is a fixer. Takes a piece of most contract killings in the city.
What's his play here? No, we're shooting more legs. Jesus. I don't know you.
My lawyer quit again?
No. I'd like to talk to you about that family you murdered and dumped in the Bowery Bay. What I don't know is why you let the girl live.
I don't kill kids.
Who hired you to do it?
No names. Who hired you?
Why are they so worried about a teenager?
I don't know. But we need to figure it out fast.
She's smart as a
I
whip.
think I may have a lead.
She knows something about Dad's money.
He bought a couple of parcels of land with a real estate holding company, Landale.
Did Landale screw Dad? Dude, you're leaving your skateboard. Every time I see Washington Square, I think of issue 8 of The Sandman. If you know, you get it.
I think I just found Teresa's Uncle Derek.
Oh.
The man that killed your family's in jail. No one's gonna hurt you again. Because I won't let them.
You really shouldn't lie to kids.
Come on, shoot him in the leg. That's what you do. That's how it works. Oh. Ow. Jeez. He lost a fight. Oh, was he vested? I didn't see blood on those hits, but it is network TV. You can never tell. Yeah, we have to do the reveal so we understand why.
Don't worry. You're safe here.
Some strange man just brought me to a strange hotel room. Nothing weird's gonna happen.
Did it have anything to do with your Uncle Derek?
I don't trust him.
Why?
What my dad said.
Derek hook him up with Landale?
I need you to stay here with her. He'll take care of you.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna pay a man a visit.
See a man about a horse.
Yeah, Derek, we need to talk. I left you a couple of messages about that insurance guy who came by. Something about Grant's assets coming out of probate. Call me back, please. Sometime this year.
Does she know what her ex did?
Who the hell are you?
That deal your brother Grant made. Greenpoint.
I tried to help Grant.
Which means that land goes into probate. And then to you, Derek. Did you hire the hitman yourself? Or did you let Landale do it?
I never meant for anyone to get hurt.
Teresa is the legal heir to that property.
Teresa, what are you talking about? She's dead.
She's alive. No thanks to you.
But you do still have someone out there that loves you.
Yeah, what do you know?
I know what it's like to lose someone and to feel the need to disappear.
Oh, who's watching him? Oh, we're flashing back again. Oh, he isn't limping yet.
When were you going to tell me? I'd rather I didn't know myself.
And you did nothing.
How are we supposed to live with this? Knowing that someone out there needs help.
Well, we don't have to. Every night at midnight, it deletes the irrelevant list. We didn't build this to save somebody.
We built
it to save everybody.
To save America. So what's William Sadler's character going to turn into here?
The land the father bought panned out 50-fold.
And Landau wants it all.
Killed the whole family.
Do we know who ordered the hit?
Calhoun, the father's business partner. I've got eyes on him.
She's running.
He's walking.
You know I can't keep up with you. Can I ask you where you're going?
I'm better off alone.
Sooner or later, you're gonna have to trust someone.
Where's the girl?
Kiss my ass.
Well, Uncle's dead.
Found this stuffed in his mouth.
We gotta find out who this girl is.
Uh-oh. Her phone's tapped.
Hello? Who is this? Hello?
Hang up. Don't say anything. Yeah. Dang! Nice stunt.
Call off the dogs. Right now.
It's too late. It's done. It's already done.
He's coming, Finch. Get off that floor.
We have to go. Now.
All right. Which room are you gonna hide in? We've got the whole floor. It's gonna take a few minutes to check every room.
He's going for the fuse box. He's gonna cut out the lights in the hallway.
Okay, that's the room next door.
No.
He's coming. He's right outside the door. I know.
This way.
Kid's a little smart.
He's here.
Fire escape! You can go down.
I'm staying with you.
Why? Leg shot! Leg shot! He got over from Brooklyn real fast.
You've been asking a lot of questions about me. It's time we sat down face to face.
Who is this?
You know who.
Alright, alright. Let's meet Carter in the park.
Be careful. This guy's as dangerous as they get.
Alright, this is a big old sting. Is she just gonna remain the bad guy trying to catch him? Man, we just had a whole day of filming at Washington Square Park. Oh, she thinks it's the homeless dude. Oh no, it's her.
What are you doing here? Are you Detective Carter? Yes. My friend said I could trust you.
He's nowhere in sight. But she's in police protection, so that's good. I like that. I like that.
So you can't tell me anything about how this man looks.
It was a pretty traumatic experience.
Oh. Oh, he doesn't work there anymore.
Are you looking? You didn't even say goodbye?
I told you I'm a very private person. You're gonna need to trust someone at some point. Don't call me Mr. Reese.
I'll call you.
Died in 2010. But it's Sadler.
Stay tuned for
who
scenes
died.
from our next episode.
Huh. Okay. Okay. We're hinting at more backstory, but primarily this is person of the week in need of help, or person of interest every week, I should say. In this case, the girl whose number came up needed help, but in the pilot, turns out the number that came up actually the bad guy. Okay, cool. I'm all for a good mystery of the week. I loved CSI when it came out. And that's all it was. It was a mystery of the week, but it was just done in a new, interesting way. And I think this is doing the same sort of thing. It's just something new, something interesting, something different. I've always been a big fan of mystery, and there's a lot of that to this. We are leaving a body count, though. A lot of people are dying on this show. Even more people are getting shot in the leg on this show. But we've got our homicide detective Carter, who she must be getting some inkling at this point that this guy, like, if the feds are redacting half of these cases and they're all over the world in addition to home at home in the US, then, I mean, doesn't your mind immediately go to government agent of some sort? And we know he worked for the government for a while. Now, the interesting thing about him is he was an airborne ranger, and he quit just prior to 9/11. We saw that in the flashbacks last episode. And then we saw 9/11 itself, and we don't know what he did in response. Did he rejoin? Did he start working for the government in some other capacity? Did he join like Homeland Security or some other department? Hard to say, but we can assume something like that happened. But at some point he became disillusioned and quit. Maybe we know he was half a world away when Jessica died, but we don't know when she died. Was that relatively recently, or was that years and years and years ago, and he's been on a downward spiral ever since? We'll find out eventually. I have no doubt of that. And then there's Michael Emerson. And we got some flashbacks to his now. And we see way back, just 9 months after 9/11, he and William Sadler are partners. Sadler's like the public persona of the company, but he's really just the frontispiece. He's the figurehead, but he's not really the force behind the company. Harold is, we don't even know if that's his real name, but that's what we're working with right now. And we see sort of the birth of the machine, and then we learn about Harold's decision in 2008, I think it was, so like 3 years prior, that he would start deleting the non-pertinent list, the irrelevant list, rather, every night at midnight. But you can only, at some point he changed his mind about that. We've learned that. So we'll learn whatever that event was that made him realize deleting all of these people you could help is not a satisfactory enough solution. And you have to assume it's him losing somebody personal, because he's referred to that abstractly a number of times. I too have lost somebody. You can't leave people behind, etc., etc. Still want to know how he's presumed dead, and yet he's working for the company that he still owns. How does he still own the company if he's presumed dead? Wouldn't it have gone into receivership or owner? Like, doesn't somebody inherit it if you own it, then you die? I like that he's hiding in plain sight as one of his own employees, but again, he doesn't like people finding out, so he's changed that. I like the mystery. There's a mystery of the week, but there's also an underlying mystery of the show, and I'm all kinds of curious, and I trust Jonathan Nolan enough to be smart enough in the telling of this mystery that it's not going to be an easy one to solve, but that it will ultimately resolve itself. So that's cool. I'm up for a good head scratcher. That's going to be a lot of fun. Michael Emerson, man, there's something about him and this weird affinity he has for teenage brunettes. He, obviously the comparison is with Alex on Lost. He was, for all intents and purposes, she was his daughter. He's got this patronly way about him. He wants to care for people and save people. He was willing to let her go down the fire escape and hold off this hitman coming after them, even though he's got the limp. He's obviously not strong or fast. He said as much in episode 1. If they go ahead with this plan, they're both ultimately going to die. Sooner or later, they're going to die. They're going to, if they keep putting themselves in the way of saving people, sooner or later it's going to go wrong. Obviously, it's not going to go wrong in the second episode, but I like that we're sort of using that to explore how dedicated he is to the cause and to saving this girl in particular. I'm looking forward to more. And does it feel like network television? Absolutely it does. I haven't been like a regular viewer of a network TV show in a while. Obviously there was Lost. I'm working my way through Fringe now. I think when the golden age of TV sort of started kicking off with The Sopranos and shortly thereafter The Wire, it felt like HBO was putting out a hit new TV show every year. And there was a bunch of stuff on premium cable that you were supposed to be watching. A lot of people started migrating away from network TV. This was also when reality shows really started exploding, and it seemed like more and more network TV became more and more formulaic. It's like, oh, is CSI working? Then let's also do CSI Miami, and we'll also do CSI New York. And Chicago Fire doing really well. Let's do Chicago PD. Let's do Chicago. I don't even know what all these spinoffs are. Is Law and Order doing well? We'll do 4 spinoffs. It's like let's find a formula. Let's reiterate it as many times as we can. That turns a lot of people off, but it also means some gems were missed. And I'm in the interesting position right now of starting a couple of shows which obviously have a lot of fan support from viewers like you, that might be gems. I don't know yet, but I'm intrigued and I'm enjoying them. But they feel different than the television I've sort of become accustomed to in the last 10, 15 years because of streaming services and premium cable and more prestige television. This is just straight network drama. Which isn't to say that can't be really good. There have been plenty of amazing network dramas over the years, but it's a field I haven't explored much in a long while. I don't even have cable anymore. It's so weird. But I'm looking forward to more of this. Like I've said prior, I love this format. I think it's really interesting and intriguing. The 2 main characters are mysterious and compelling. I want to know more. They're certainly very capable. I'm being surprised by the plot each episode. That's always a good sign. And I feel like there's enough of an underlying mystery that I want to know a whole lot more. It doesn't just feel like a straight episode of the week procedural. There's something more to it. I just don't know what the something more is yet. But I'm looking forward to finding out. Anyway, thank you guys so much for spending a little bit of time with me here today on Neil Talks. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of my future reactions. If you want to see my full-length reactions or get up to 4 weeks ahead on these reactions, check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Neil Talks, where you can help support the channel and get a little bit ahead of everyone else here on YouTube. And believe it or not, be greatly appreciated. Anyway, until next week, everybody, take care, stay healthy. We'll see you soon. Cheers.